Here we are in Lincolnshire. I'm just riding out on the 100-mile route for the Royal Air Force Benevolent Heritage Ride. This could take place on the 27th of September. Why Lincolnshire? Well, there's a strong military presence here, particularly from the Royal Air Force. The Royal Air Force has been based here since its inception, and its county's become known as Bomber County, primarily because it was the home of two of Bomber Command's groups during the Second World War. But there's more to Lincolnshire aviation heritage than just Bomber County. It's fitting, really, that in the 85th anniversary of the Battle of Britain, that this year's ride is leaving from Digby, as Digby was one of Fighter Command's stations. Lincolnshire has an association with Coastal Command, Maritime Strike Wings, flying out from the Lincolnshire coast to attack German cargo convoys making their way from Norway down to Western Europe and further south. Transport airfields for the United States Army Air Force's 9th Troop Carrier Command. So come with me on this journey around some of Lincolnshire's aviation heritage and see what the route's like for September, and hopefully I'll see you then. Witham track takes us up to Woodhall Spa, which we crossed through. Now, those who've ridden the Dan Buster's Heritage Ride before will recognise Woodhall Spa because it's the start and finish point of the Dan Buster's Heritage Ride. 617 Squadron moved out of Scampton in the autumn of 1943. Initially they went to Coningsby for a few months before they moved just up the road to Woodhall Spa, where they found their home and really settled in to their new role as a precision attack squadron, utilising some of the new weapons that were coming online. The route follows some lovely, delightful twisting country lanes up to Bardney. Now Bardney, the short route, departs from the long route by the memorial to 9 Squadron. 9 Squadron operated from RAF Bardney and really was a sister squadron to 617 Squadron in the latter stages of the war, again specialising in precision attacks. After that we bend north, again on some delightful country lanes, passing to the east of RAF Fiskerton, and head our way up to Wickenby Aerodrome, another former Royal Air Force station, another bomber station during the war, but now home to a small general aviation airfield. But it keeps in the watchtower a delightful little museum, well worth a look when you stop here, because this is the first food stop on the ride. After leaving the first food stop at Wickenby, the route does a loop round the airfield before turning north again, passing the former Royal Air Force station at Faldingworth, again a bomber command station during the war, but was later become an explosive storage area for Vulcan and Victor forces that would be a mainstay of bomber command during the Cold War. After we cross the A15, we carry on heading west for a while, passing just south of the former RAF Kirton-in-Lindsay. This was another 12 group fighter station. It was also the home to some Polish squadrons, Canadian squadrons, and also for a while some Eagle squadrons. These are squadrons manned by American personnel who had enlisted into the Royal Air Force before America entered the war. We now turn south with wonderful views across the Trent Valley to our right, passing Hemswell, another one group bomber command station. The station actually stood in for Scampton in some elements of the Dambusters film. But as we pass the airfield, just as you get to a roundabout, glimpse to your left and you'll see the C-type hangars nesting in the ground amongst what is now farmland. Going further south, we get the former RAF Ingham and the Polish Bomber Squadron's Heritage Centre. The Polish Bomber Squadrons were very heavily based in this area, down from Newark up to Ingham, and the Heritage Centre records their contribution to the bomber campaign. And arrive at our second food stop at the church and Heritage Centre at Scampton. Being so close to the RAF station at Scampton, the Heritage Centre has many war graves in it, and inside they've installed two wonderful stained glass windows. While you're stopping and having a drink and something to eat, take time to look around the site. After Scampton Church, we head through the village of Scampton, passing the iconic Dambusters Inn on our left, and a short, fairly steep climb takes us back up onto the cliff. Our journey along the cliff is fairly short-lived. We pass the end of Scampton Airfield on our left, cross a major road, before a sweeping descent takes us down into the Trent Valley. We then have got some fairly flat roads as we move around the west of Lincoln. Passing Waddington Hall, a great old house with also a whole series of cafes and a very good bike shop if you need to stop on the way. And then passing between former RAF Skillington and RAF Swinderby, we move round towards our final stop. Sweeping round the south of Lincoln, you start getting glimpses of Lincoln Cathedral on the skyline as you work your way towards the city. Waddington is in two parts. The lower part, which is where you've just entered, and then there's Waddington Village, the upper part where the airfield is. And linking them is our old friend, the Lincolnshire Cliff, and possibly the steepest climb on the entire route. When you reach the top, you bear left into the village, in the knowledge that you've now reached the highest point of the ride. We leave Waddington towards Bracebridge Heath. Well worth seeing the International Bomber Command Centre, perched on top of the hill with commanding views across the city. It is a true memorial to the many in Bomber Command that paid the ultimate sacrifice. From the International Bomber Command Centre back to Royal Air Force Digby is only a short distance, quite a hop, and you'll be pleased to know generally downhill. And then just north of Branston we get to location of what was Royal Air Force Branston Mere. This was a Y station built to intercept enemy communications and operated from the 1920s to the 1950s. Branston Mere, we turn left and then follow a lovely quiet lane, gently undulating but generally downhill, soon rejoining the short route to get to Skopik. From Skopik, short right turn and a mile and a half back to the race finish. And as they say, tea and medals. Good luck on the day. I hope you enjoy the ride.